Hey babes, and welcome to Gore&Gossip. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Nicole, and this is your weekly deep dive into all things terrifying, true crime cases, cold-blooded killers, and the occasional creepy conspiracy.
Plus, haunted dolls, cursed mirrors, and that one time your aunt swore her house was built on a portal to the underworld.
If it's bloody, bizarre, or just plain bone-chilling, we're talking about it.
And yes, we're bringing the gossip too, because what's a murder without a little side-eye?
So lock the doors, light a candle,
and let's get into it.
Hey y'all.
Hey guys, sorry we took a little hiatus again.
Yeah. Jordan needed some downtime after her trip.
I can't believe that it's only been 11 days that I've been back.
She's counting every single minute.
I really am. Because as soon as I'm back, I'm going to have a visitor in
Yes.
17 days. Mm-hmm. So
it's a countdown.
It's a countdown, baby.
Yes.
But we're back.
Excited. Yes.
Yes.
We have something kind of fun for you guys today. Jordan surprised me, and I'm very excited. And I feel like this is because she's still in the middle of reading ACOTAR. So I think this is we've been telling you guys all about it. So I think that this is right on par.
Honestly, that's exactly why I did it, because I just finished A Court of Wings and Ruin.
Yes.
And oh my lord, guys, if you have not started ACOTAR, you need to. You need to.
Yes.
I'm a decade behind, and I feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Decade behind. I think I first read the very first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think I read the very first one, I want to say 2021.
Okay.
2020, 2021 was when I started getting back into reading. And that was my introductory book, back in, which was nice. It was I think that's a good intro, especially if you're somebody who doesn't really read anymore or used to be an avid reader and hasn't. And you liked it's so weird to say that this is the pipeline, but this is the pipeline, okay? If you were a teen, you read a lot during your teen years, and you were a teen during the 2010s or the early 2000s, your elder Gen Z or millennial, you probably read you probably read Twilight. You probably read you read a lot of vampire stuff. You probably read the House of Night series. You probably read Mara Dyer. You probably read all the dystopian, so Hunger Games,
Divergent.
What is it? What?
Divergent.
Oh yeah, Divergent. Yes, thank you. I couldn't get that one out either. If you read all of that and you read maybe a little bit of other stuff, Sarah Dessen probably. Okay, now you're going to be an adult, and your pipeline is going to fantasy and romantasy.
Yes,
that's the pipeline.
That's the pipeline. Because
tell me it's not. Because no, I swear to God, that's the pipeline.
No, it absolutely is. If you read all of those dystopian novels, you read the vampire series that were
Vampire
out.
Diaries as well. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
You absolutely would enjoy this book. And I'm looking you deep in the eyes right now. I'm looking at you. Turn on the video. Look at me.
Yeah.
You will love this series. Mm-hmm. I know everyone says that it's fairy smut. There's probably 4 chapters in each novel that is that.
Yeah.
But everything else is such important literature, and I'm just going to say that because it goes into the most epic relationships and friendships. And
there's deeper world issues in it. It's more than just romance and fantasy living kind of stuff. There are more real world issues that are hidden in those plots, and I think that's really, I don't know, they're really great. Not everybody likes ACOTAR, I will say that. I have come across quite a few people that don't like it. Totally fair, totally fine. If you're not somebody that's into it, no worries. Maybe try Fourth Wing. That was a good one. So Fourth Wing was actually how I got my best friend Sophia into starting fantasy and romance, because the language that Rebecca Yarros uses in that is very easy, because even though it's not like fully modern, it's just like a nice, easy linguistically written, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is like how I'm trying to say. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
it's
get
like
what I'm
not
trying to
as
say.
like there's bigger words that Sarah J. Maas uses
Yeah.
that is like for the universe. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, and it's not like Fourth Wing is like good, has like easier world building. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot, don't get me wrong, there's lots of different plots, subplots, like there's lots of different layers to it, to what's going on, to, real world problems that are being portrayed in the book. Like there's tons and tons of stuff. Like so it's not that, it's just that the world building in those, especially in the first one, is much easier and the language feels more um modern that they're using, like the way they're speaking versus like how Throne of Glass or even like Akatar feels. Like the language being used feels a little bit older, has that like fantasy, that serious fantasy element to it, until you get to Crescent City. And then Crescent City is modern, but it's so much world building that it's really fucking overwhelming. So like I get it. So like Fourth Wing was how I introduced her, and then she moved on to Akhtar and like fell in love with it, and I was so happy that she did. But yeah, those are really good
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. And so like we're kind of delving into the world of fantasy. So like if you don't like fairies or you weren't brought up in a little crunchy granola home like I
Yeah.
was, where my grandma made us make fairy circles
Did she?
outside. Yes.
Oh my
We would
god.
like make little stones and like little fairy houses and we would leave them outside. This probably isn't for you, but if you're interested in finding out some like little fairy lore or
Yeah.
fae lore,
Yeah.
stay with us.
Yeah, or
I
if you just
promise
want to
it's
have
worth it.
fun, this is going to be a fun little
Yeah.
episode. And you guys know we like these episodes because we always have fun. We joke around. I think we get off topic a lot during these, but I love this kind of stuff. I love this kind of lore.
Yeah, I do too. So let's get into it.
Yes.
Close your eyes for a moment and
I'm not
imagine you're
close them.
walking through an old forest just before sunset. The birds have gone quiet, the wind has stopped, and everything feels still. Then
What a
somewhere in
place to
the
put me in. I have my eyes closed, guys. If you're not watching, my eyes are closed right now.
she's immersed.
I am immersing.
Then somewhere in the distance you hear music. Not loud, just enough that you wonder if you imagined it. You take a few more steps and the music gets closer. And the trees seem unfamiliar now, even though you've walked this trail dozens of times. But before long, you're helplessly lost. Stories like this have been told across Europe for over 1,000 years, and the explanation depended on who you asked. Some blamed spirits, others believed the devil, but millions of people believe something else entirely. They believed you had wandered into the territory of the Fae, not tiny winged fairies with glitter and pixie dust. The original fairy folk were ancient, intelligent, beautiful, dangerous, and governed by rules entirely different from our own. And today we're exploring where those stories came from, what the earliest historical documents actually say, and why court records contain testimony about encounters with the fairy realm, and why, even today, people in parts of Ireland and Scotland still refuse to cut down certain trees because they are believed to belong to the fairy folk. So dim the lights and settle in, guys, because guess what? Fairies may be real.
Can I just say really quick, that was the best fucking opening. You put me in it. You put
Yeah.
me in it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nicole. Um, and one of the biggest like misconceptions about fairies is actually surprisingly recent. If someone says fairy today, most people imagine something like Tinkerbell, a tiny glowing creature with butterfly wings. And that
Mm-hmm.
image is largely a product of Victorian literature and children's books in the 19th century. But earlier traditions paint a very different picture.
Yeah.
The Fae could appear as impossibly beautiful, men, and women. Full up women and men. And they could resemble elderly strangers, and some even appeared as children.
Changelings.
Changelings, you know it. Others
Which
were
is like slightly different, but same.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of talk about them in this actually.
Oh, okay.
Others were described as towering beings clothed in green or white, and some looked entirely human until something gave them away. Eyes that reflected no light, and feet turned backward, or a smile just a little too wide. Like the movie Smile. Any
Oh my god, I
Any
cannot with that
takers?
movie.
I
I
love that
watched the
movie.
first one. Wait, there's two, right? Yeah, I watched the first one and I was like not watching the second one.
No,
It
the
was good
second
though.
one's so much better,
Was it?
in my opinion.
The first one got me a little bit, so I'm good after this one.
Okay, well, that's okay.
I liked it enough that I was like, this was pretty good. And then I was like, but I also don't know. I do that about like 90% of the scary movies that I see. I'm like,
I don't know
this
if I
would,
like
it'll
that.
freak me out. And then after I'm like done being like slightly freaked out from it, I'm like, I don't know how I felt about that.
That's how I felt about
Which is like
Backrooms.
annoying because it does its job. It's just like when I'm done watching, I'm like, was that actually good or not?
Literally how I felt about Backrooms. I'm like,
Really?
this
I don't
was.
think I ever saw that.
Don't bother.
Okay, well, there you go. There's that.
I
Can
watched
I
it.
just say, God, wait, hold on. I'm so sorry to
Hold
cut you
on.
off. Can I just tell
Tangent.
you guys that we are so obsessed with obsession?
So bad.
So bad. We're
I literally
obsessed.
send Nicole every reel that pops up on Instagram
Yes.
about Obsession.
Obsessed. We are obsessed. It's so bad.
So, if you haven't seen Obsession, go fucking
Yeah.
watch it.
It's on Peacock.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because Freaky Nikki is my
She's
hero.
freaky, all right. Yeah. Yes.
Anyways, across Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and parts of Northern Europe, these beings were considered neither angels nor demons. They were a separate order of beings with their own societies, laws, kings, queens, and territories. And humans weren't necessarily their enemies, but humans also weren't their equals. And that distinction is important because many old stories don't portray the Fae as evil. Instead, they are portrayed as utterly unconcerned with human ideas of morality. And before we dive into the legends themselves, it's worth asking a simple question. Where do these stories actually begin? While fairy tales may have been passed down orally for thousands of years, some of the earliest written records survive in medieval manuscripts and also historical accounts. These documents don't prove that fairies exist, but they do prove that belief in them stretches back centuries and was woven into everyday life. So, long before the medieval fairy tales, Celtic peoples maintained rich oral traditions. And when Christian monks began recording these stories, they preserved fragments of beliefs that were already centuries old. Prepare for me to mispronounce these Irish words. I am so sorry. I do have pronunciations on the side, but I can't talk.
I can confirm she does have them on the side.
Yes. One of the most influential texts is the Labor Gabal Éireann, often translated as the Book of Invasions, compiled around the 11th century. It tells the tales of the Tuatha De Danann. The Tuatha De Danann, a supernatural
Good job.
race who arrived in Ireland surrounded by mist, and they possessed extraordinary knowledge, magical weapons, and incredible craftsmanship. Eventually, they were defeated by the Malzians, the mythical ancestors of the Irish people. Rather than disappearing, the supernatural race that I mentioned before retreated.
Seriously, I'm not doing that again.
Because that was so bad. They retreated beneath the earth into ancient burial mounds known as Sidhe.
I think that's right.
And can I just say, I want to go to Ireland so bad just to see the
Same.
rolling hills
Mm-hmm.
and visit my fairy friends. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Over generations, they became known as the Eshi, the people of the mounds, the beings that later folklore identified it as the fairy folk. Another major manuscript is the Book of Leinster, preserved additional stories of these supernatural beings and the other worlds they inhabited. Now, across the sea in Wales, the medieval collection known as the Mahabhagian described enchanted kingdoms and rulers who crossed between oh my god, who crossed between worlds, magical feasts, and landscapes where time flowed differently. And these manuscripts don't claim to be scientific evidence, but what they demonstrate is that belief in the other world populated by powerful beings was deeply embedded in medieval Celtic culture. And unlike many supernatural traditions, the fairy realm wasn't imagined as heaven or hell. It was just an adjacent to our own. And the entrance could be hidden inside a hill, a cave, a standing stone, a ring of mushrooms, or simply a forest path taken at the wrong hour. And Twilight appears again and again in fairy lore. And I'm not talking about Bella and Edward, I'm talking about Twilight,
We're always talking about Bella and
the
Edward.
time of day.
Yes. Wait, can I just quickly say that there was mushrooms when we were walking around our complex one day, and I was vehemently looking to see if there was any fairy rings. There was not. I was disappointed as hell,
I
but
would have been
yeah,
so
there was.
upset.
They were huge too. They were like this big. There was one like this big. It was huge, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Those are some big ass mushrooms." And I'm like, "Oh my god, is there a fairy ring somewhere around here?" Literally, we walked around the whole complex. No, I was so disappointed.
Damn it. It's
Yeah.
probably too busy because it's a
Yeah.
complex.
Yeah. They're probably like, "Oh, we can't come here. There's too
They're
many."
like, I can't come here. Children are going to get me.
Yeah.
Dogs are going to get me.
Yeah. We used to have them at my sister in law's house, actually. We had fairy rings and I used to stand in them and dance in them.
Dancing with the fairies. She was a fairy.
Yeah. That's how I felt. Anyway,
Anyway, so
sidebar.
Twilight is neither day nor night. It's kind of like a liminal space where the ordinary world and the other world briefly touched. And one reoccurring motif is distorted time.
Mm-hmm.
A traveler spends a single evening celebrating with the fairy folk, and when they return home, decades or centuries have passed. And these tales appear throughout not just Irish, Scottish, and Welsh culture, but also the Britain culture as well, like in England, mainland
Mm-hmm.
England. Um, and so we're going to talk about the rules of the Fae just a little bit. Um, and nearly every region preserves remarkably similar rules of these fairy folk. You never eat the food offered in fairyland. You never give your true name. You never break a promise. And you never interrupt their music. And you never step into a fairy ring.
We step into a fairy ring.
I want to be taken
We
away.
step into a fairy ring.
I want to
Can I
meet.
just tell you? Can I just tell you how often all of these like are in like any kind of like fae fantasy like book, like in akatar fair is told like not to like that. This is like mainly a lot of like what they're told except for the true name part,
Mhm.
um in like the human realm, and then she goes into like the fae realm, and then she's told like don't drink the fairy wine, and it's like,
I'm going to drink the fairy right one.
yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna drink
sorry.
the fairy wine.
I want to party with Reese. I want to
Yeah.
party with Lucian, not
Lucian, yeah.
Timlin.
Yeah. Oh, and then what is it? Quicksilver. They that's a the true name thing is a big thing in Quicksilver.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I
Yeah, it's a
forgot
big
that
thing. Yeah,
Quicksilver was that.
yeah,
Wow. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
you just unlocked all.
yeah. I'm
Wow.
still reading the second book. I don't know.
It's a
It's
really
been
good
slow for me.
series. It is slow and
Yeah, sorry. Sorry to
no,
whoever
you're
liked it.
good. And then iron was believed to repel fairy magic. People placed iron scissors near infants and horseshoes above doors or iron nails in thresholds for protection. Whether these customs had practical origins or spiritual meaning, they became part of everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Nicole said, it's kind of reiterated in the Sarah J. Massiverse, which
Yeah,
is really
yeah. The
nice.
iron. Yeah, iron's like a big. You'll see it in a lot of like any like fae book. Really, they talk about. I feel like they talk about iron like almost
Oh my god,
all of
no,
them,
like
almost all of them,
almost
or
all
some
of
form
them.
of metal is in like all of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so one of the most like fascinating parts of fairy tales and folklore survives today. Across Ireland are thousands of ancient ring forts dating back to nearly 2,000 years. Many are known locally as fairy forts, and farmers often refuse to plow through them. Construction projects have occasionally been redesigned to avoid disturbing them, and similarly, lone hawthorn trees are sometimes called fairy trees. Even people who don't profess belief often say, "Why risk it?" And I believe the same thing. I don't want to mess with that at all.
Lie to you. I want to mess with it. Oh, I mean, I don't want
Nicole
to mess with their like places, but
Nicole
like
literally wants to be whisked away.
I'll risk it. But I
She'll
don't want to
risk
mess
it.
with their places. I don't want to
I'll
upset
just
them
like
like that.
move the stick just like a
Yeah.
little bit,
Just be
like
like,
an
what if
inch.
I just like
Shake it a
just
little.
make it inconvenient for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? The tradition has become part of cultural heritage, part superstition, and part respect for the landscape. And so the fairy world doesn't exist only in legends. And this is the craziest part of this. This is like when history and folklore collide. Um, Fae and fairies appear in historical court records, like I kind of alluded to. In 1576, a Scottish woman named Bessie Dunlop stood trial for witchcraft. She claimed she communicated with a spirit named Thomas Reed, who introduced her to the Queen of Elfame, the ruler of the fairy realm. And according to surviving records, Bessie insisted she received healing knowledge through these encounters. And the court interpreted her testimony as evidence of witchcraft. And what happened to women who were healers in the 1500s?
They were all told they were witches
And she was
and killed.
executed.
Yeah. Anytime we say witchcraft, it makes me think of that guy on TikTok who has like the Bartholomew, and he's like witchcraft.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
He's like it's witchcraft.
She's a witch. But yeah, another remarkable case occurred in 1662 with Isabel Godey. Her confessions described elaborate journeys with the fairy court, magical transformations, and meetings with the Queen of Fairies. And so, whether these women truly believed what they described, they were repeating local folklore or spoke under immense pressure from their interrogators, is impossible to know. But their testimony gives us an extraordinary glimpse into how real the fairy world felt to many people living in 17th century Scotland. And listen, guys, it doesn't just stop there because this is crazy. We're now going to talk about Robert Kirk's secret commonwealth. And like perhaps like no historical creature, hold on, no historical figure. He's a man treated fairy lore more seriously than Reverend Robert Kirk. In 1691, he completed a manuscript called The Secret Commonwealth of Elves, Fauns, and Fairies. Rather than dismissing fairy encounters, especially as a reverend, Kirk collected eyewitness traditions from Scottish communities. He described invisible beings living alongside humanity and explored stories of second sight and
Hello?
mysterious disappearances. Soon after completing the manuscript, Kirk died unexpectedly near a fairy hill, baby.
That's scary.
Local legend insisted he hadn't died at all. The fairy folk had taken him because he revealed too much.
So they just leave his body?
Left his body, took his soul. How interesting. But near a hill, not a hole,
Yeah,
fairy hill.
Very cool. Yeah, that's a little sus.
That
A little
So
sus.
the story only increased interest in his work. So the fairies actually helped everyone know about them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so now we're going to talk about The Changeling. Can I just
Ooh.
say I love the movie The Changeling with Angelina Jolie? Is that actually who's? Hold on.
I don't remember. I'm like trying to think about that, like if I've watched it.
Changeling. Yes, it is. It's like
Mm.
where her son disappears and he comes back and it's not actually her son. It's a changeling.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever actually watched it. I've definitely like heard of it and like seen some things from it, but I don't think I've ever actually watched it.
It's so good. Honestly. It's one of my favorite movies.
I'll have to check it out.
One of the darkest chapters in fairy lore concerns changelings. Across Europe, families believe the Fae sometimes stole healthy children and replaced them with enchanted doubles. Today, historians believe many of these stories reflected attempts to explain illness, disability, or developmental differences upon before modern medicine. And it serves as a reminder that folklore can be both fascinating and tragic. So what would happen is their kids would go be playing with their friends. They would disappear after a little while. And then when they would come back home, something would be different about them.
Mm-hmm.
Either their attitudes would be different, they didn't have the same eyes, maybe their height changed a little bit. Like I mentioned before, the difference between humans and fae is like there's something a little off about
Yeah.
them. And that's exactly what these people believed was happening with their kids. They're like,
Yeah.
you're not the same kid that you were 5 hours ago.
A good part of the lore also has to do a lot with, you see it happen a lot with babies.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of the biggest parts of the lore is like the babies being switched out.
Yeah. Well, because like they see your baby, they
Mm-hmm.
want a human baby of their own.
Yeah. Or there's
Take
something
care
wrong
of
with your
baby.
baby, so you're trying to, right? Is that what is it? It's not that movie with Angelina Jolie, but I think there's like another
Is it
changeling movie
Rosemary's
where there
Baby?
was, yeah, where it's like there's something wrong with the baby, and they like somebody puts it in, maybe it was a show, I forget, and they like put it in a tree, hoping that they would get like a changeling baby so that they would have like something like a baby that didn't have anything wrong with it. I swear it's like in a movie or a show or something, but I can't remember what it was. If anybody knows what I'm talking about,
I
please tell
literally
me
typed
because
in
I don't know.
changeling baby movie.
I don't remember where I saw it. Maybe it was like in a book or something.
Maybe. Huh.
I
Maybe.
swear. I just remember something. I don't know if I watched it or if I read it. But there was like
Listen,
something
I
where there was
wouldn't
like
put
something wrong with the baby. They tried to like fake out the Fae, like the fairies, by like putting the baby there to have like a changeling. And like I don't know, I just remember it going wrong or something. I forget what happens.
Rella Enchanted.
I don't know. I really don't remember what it
I'm
was.
trying to think. I literally typed in fairy baby movie.
Yeah, you just keep talking. I'll look for it. I'll see if there's something.
It's okay. So let's fast forward to the 20th century to 1917. Two girls in Yorkshire, Elsie Wright and Frances Griffiths, produced photographs showing themselves surrounded by dancing fairies. And the images captivated the public. Even Sir Arthur Conan Doyle believed they were genuine and used them to argue that fairies existed. But guess what? Decades later, the cousins admitted that most of the photographs had been staged using illustrated paper figures. Yet one of them maintained until her death that a final photograph captured something she couldn't explain. And the Cottingley fairies became one of history's most cut. The Cottingley fairies became one of history's most famous intersections of belief, photography, and folklore. And can I just say, the photos are actually pretty impressive that they were able to do that all on their own. I'm putting them up on the screen now.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would believe them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
would you believe them?
Probably.
They
We've
literally,
already discussed that I would probably be in a cult. Like, if I could get like pulled into one somehow,
yeah.
besides you know which one, besides which one, um, I could probably, you could definitely get me with something like this.
Like, listen. It was 1917. Let there be a little whimsy in the middle of World War
Yeah.
One. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I think I did find what it was. I don't think it was an actual change. I think I was thinking of Outlander. There's an episode in
That is what you were thinking.
Outlander where uh I think it's Claire comes across a baby that these parents put there because it was sick and the parents were trying to get a changeling to trying to get a changeling baby, and then Jamie has to like help like save the child. It's a whole thing.
I
But I think that's what I was thinking of was that episode of Outlander
I love Outlander.
because I couldn't find anything else, so that's definitely what I think I was thinking of.
I need to rewatch that. That's another good.
I was just talking about it today, actually, earlier today, and I was like, "This was I." I just stopped watching after like I don't even know what season because I just
So many
couldn't get into it
seasons.
anymore.
I think there's actually less seasons of Outlander than there are of Game of Thrones.
I think so.
I think there's only 8. Nope. 7.
I thought there was 8 of Game of Thrones. Let's see, Outlander seasons.
Sorry guys. Tangent.
We're really just pulling you guys.
Listen. We're just suggesting what you can do in your free time besides waiting for our new
Outlander,
episodes
8 seasons.
of Game of Thrones.
No, 8 seasons of Outlander. Game of Thrones,
Where's 8?
8. So that's the same amount. The only difference is that Outlander has a better, more episode season of 8. And Game of Thrones, we don't talk about season 8.
I'm just happy that we got to see
What?
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna
Yeah, I'm like, what are you saying right now? Got to see what?
Jon Snow.
Oh.
Shirtless more times. That's all.
Oh yeah.
Sorry guys.
That is not what you were about to say.
I love Kit Harington. Love
Me
him.
too. Love him.
Okay, continue.
Anyway, sorry.
Sorry guys. I got distracted by his abs. I literally was like, Jon Snow. It did not come through.
That's definitely not what she was even going to say. She just couldn't get past Jon Snow.
Literally. I was thinking about him naked. Like, because he's mostly naked in the later season.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
anyways. Getting back into fairies and modern day stories. Even today, people continue reporting experiences they associate with the fairy folk. Hikers describe hearing music with no visible source. And can I say that I've experienced this once?
Really?
I think like this year I did.
No.
Where like I was the
Kind
only
of
person on the
music.
trail that I was on when I was running. I was deep
Kind of
in the
music.
woods.
This
and
is
I-
important.
And I heard music.
Like what kind?
Good music.
I don't know what that means.
Like violins.
Like just string music.
String music.
A
I mean,
string
someone
quartet?
could be fishing and listening to, folky music. I don't know, but there was no one around. And I was like, I'm putting my headphones in and turning around. Thank you. Drivers report seeing unusually small, human-like figures near ancient sites, and children from different cultures tell stories about little people living in the woods. Can I just say, that actually freaks me out quite a bit. Here in Montana, we have little people folklore. I don't want to talk about it. But they're little people that miners would come across in the early 1800s. Like little, oh my god, I hate it. I don't know why I'm getting goosebumps. But they would come and steal the gold and silver from the miners.
Oh my
I
god.
can't remember their names.
I don't know. Meanwhile, New Jersey has like a weird New Jersey thing.
Devil?
No, I mean like about little people. It's like they have their own like lore. I just think that it's built on people just being scared of actual
Dwarves?
little people.
I love little people.
Yeah, I think that they just built stories around them. That's my
Probably.
yeah. That's my thing. I think they just built because
Like
they're-
leprechauns too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just built on the fear of little people. That's all, which is stupid.
It is stupid.
That's
Little
all you gotta
people,
think about
big
when you think
world.
about the Montana lore. It's of stupid.
I don't know. It's still.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some things sometimes. I get it.
I don't know why. It just freaks me out and gives me chills.
Yeah.
In
Maybe you were told
Iceland,
it as a kid, that's why.
yeah, I think I was.
Yeah,
They're
that's
called a
see.
funny name too, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna look them up. Montana Little
Yeah, it's definitely just because you're told these things like as a small
Fairies.
child, so like now you're scared.
It's from the Crow people. Why did I think they had a funny name?
You don't know what it is, or it didn't come up like
It's not
something.
coming up with it.
I don't know. You have to like ask like some.
I'll ask my mom
Yeah,
after, and I'll tell you guys in the beginning of the next episode.
yeah, for sure.
But in Iceland, there was stories of the hidden people, and it remains a living part of cultural identity and tales about respecting their traditional dwellings and that continue to circulate. None of these accounts prove the existence of the Fae, unfortunately, but they show that traditions remain alive. But why have these stories endured for so long? Partly because they served practical purposes. Fairy rings warn children away from unstable ground, and stories about rivers discouraged wandering after dark. Sacred groves preserved old forests, and ancient monuments survived because communities feared disturbing them. Folklore often protected both people and the places around them. So, whether you believe the Fae are ancient gods remembered through folklore, symbolic guardians of nature, or echoes of pre Christian spirituality, or simply unforgettable stories passed from one generation to the next, their influence is undeniable. And their legends appear in medieval manuscripts, in court records, in local customs, in photography, and in modern witness accounts, and perhaps most remarkably, in landscapes that people still treat with reverence centuries later. The oldest stories rarely survive by accident. They survive because each generation finds something in them worth remembering. So if you ever find yourself walking through an ancient forest at dusk and you hear distant music drifting through the trees, maybe don't follow it, because if folklore has taught us anything, it's this: the fairy folk are never quite as harmless or as simple as they first appear. And read Akatar, because it's so good. Read it.
Yes, no, definitely for sure read it.
Because I
She just wants to talk about it more. Like, guys, that's just
I
read it so we can talk about it.
literally want to talk about it more. I feel like we should do a book talk, like a book club thing
We definitely need to.
situation.
We definitely
Because
need to.
my goodness.
Guys, this podcast might just turn into a book podcast. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, I'm not gonna lie either, because it
I'm not
has
gonna lie.
so many freaking feelings.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Book.
There's
And
a lot.
I can't tell my
Yeah, Dyke does not care. Dyke does not care. I run up to him sometimes when I'm reading a book and I'll tell him things. Half the time, to be honest with you, they are a little fucked up because I do read a lot of dark romance.
You really do.
And he's like, what the fuck are you reading
He's
right
like,
now?
do I need to worry about you?
And I'm like, I don't know, this is weird. And then I run away. And he's like, are you going to keep reading it? And I'm like, yes.
Yes, yes I am.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to finish it right now.
I'm going in my she shed. Leave me alone.
Yeah, she shed. I told him I want a library shed so bad.
Literally said the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And
I want a library shed.
I may get it. There's an empty room upstairs. And I'm like, listen, that's going to be my reading nook.
Yeah.
And he approves.
My reading nook is my bed.
I can't read.
I just want to lay down. I just want to lay down and read.
I don't know. I can't do it.
I want to take my glasses off. I want to make the font big on my Kindle. And I want to read in bed. No glasses.
No glasses.
Yeah.
Just raw dogging it with your vision. I can't do
literally,
that.
I'm like this. Yeah. It's so bad. Oh my God.
I can't do that. My vision is so bad. But guys, thank you so much.
Wait, really quick. Do you guys believe?
I do.
What do you believe? What do you think?
Listen, it's the same thing. About
I believe.
aliens and stuff.
Yep.
I believe.
I believe.
Mm-hmm. And my fairy friends know that. So we're homies.
We're like this.
We're homies.
I hope we're like this.
Can we please be like this more? I'll make you a fairy house outside. I promise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to own a house so that I can do that. It's my dream.
I think that's what I'll do next time that I go over there.
Oh, you definitely should. You should. 110%.
I mean, like, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think he'll even care.
Okay.
I think he'll like it. Like, I just don't think
Honestly,
he'll
I
care
think he
that you
would.
do it.
I think he would be interested in like making
Yeah.
little fairy houses with me because he loves
Yeah.
Legos.
Yeah, you guys can build things together, make it a little hobby. That'll
How
be fun.
cute! I
That would
love
be fun.
life, guys.
God, I can't wait for Bean to be like out of toddler phase so that I can make her make fairy houses with me.
That will be so cute.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're almost there.
So close. Gotta get
Yeah.
past the terrible twos.
Yeah.
Maybe like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
She needs a little more whimsy in her life. Can't just be all Bluey and Miss Rachel.
She's a bulldozer kid, huh? She's a bulldozer sometimes. All right, guys, we'll let you go. I'm rambling over here.
Whether it's crime, conspiracy, or just straight up spooky, we're going to keep talking about it. Like, follow, comment, and stay tuned for new episodes each week because it will just keep getting dark and spooky from here. So stay nosy and stay spooky, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have fun with your Fae friends.